makes diamond? Only a few. Will you be one of the few? Don't miss the point of the weekend. The entertainment, that's just to get you frothed up. The point of the weekend is from the very beginning, and will be when we leave here Sunday afternoon, you can be a diamond. There is nobody to keep you from being a diamond but you. Only you can keep you from the land of your dreams. This business is just beginning to take off. Did you think the first time you heard it that after 30 some odd years that Amway Corporation would just be getting cranked up? That the $5 billion mark would be a reality? And that the $10 billion mark would be right there within our grasp? And that Network 21 would be filling arenas not only in California, but in Poland, and in Hungary, and in South America, and in Australia, and on East Coast, and up and down throughout Canada, and Mexico, and all over the world. Now, what does that tell you? It tells you that you can be a diamond. That's what it tells you. These two rows up here, these tables, this is nothing compared to what we're going to see. We will see tables stretched back all the way to the back of the auditorium. We'll have to save places for the diamonds so they'll have places to sit. We'll have satellites of satellites of satellites beaming down operations with Jim and Nancy talking to the diamonds around the world. I just came to tell you, you can be a diamond. Nobody can keep you from being a diamond. Now, there are times when you're in living rooms and people will put you down. There are times when you'll drive the miles and you feel like throwing up instead of standing up. There will be times when you feel like giving up instead of going on. But you must in your mind remember, I can be a diamond. I can be a diamond. I'm not in this business to be poor. I'm not in this business to be an also-ran. I'm in this business to climb to the top. I want to be a diamond. I can be a diamond. You know, I can tell you can be a diamond. Jim and Nancy can stand on stage and wail on you and tell you can be a diamond. Your diamond will reach down in the group and look at you and say, you can be a diamond. You have directs that will tell you can be a diamond. But until you in your heart really believe that you can be a diamond, nothing happens. That's why we're here this weekend. We're not here to get you to believe something that isn't so. We're simply here to give you a pure, sweet message that says you can be a diamond. Now tonight, I must admit to you, I didn't always believe that Terry and I could be diamonds. We didn't start the business to be a diamond. We started the business to make a little extra money. And that night when I stood on a stage much smaller than this and I was singing and playing the guitar and I looked out there and saw her and we met, went out for that first date, and we fell into like and later fell into love. And when I met her daddy that first time and he told me, you'll never be able to support her like she used to live in, and I looked him right in the eye and said, yes, I can. I never knew it was diamond I wanted. And some of you came tonight, you bought your ticket, you paid your nickel, you came to the weekend. But so far in your heart, you don't even know it's diamond you want yet. If you knew how good it was, you'd kill to get there. It is so much better than you can believe. The feeling of walking in the back of a stadium like this, having the lights flash, hearing your name scream over the loudspeakers, seeing the audience on their feet, waving flags, the spotlight hits you, you look on there I am. You look up on the screen and there you are, bigger than life, and people are chanting your name. Do you know how good it is to be a diamond? Would it be worth that? Or hear your children say, Daddy, you made diamond, didn't you, Daddy? You said you were going to make diamond, didn't you, Daddy? And you took us to diamond. Have your wife look you in the eye with tears streaming down her face and say, honey, thank you for making us diamonds. Hearing your name called out as they march you across stage and hand you the flowers and say, would you please welcome new diamond direct distributors? What I want you to know is the people at these front tables, the diamonds in this organization, have your speech already written. It's in their planner. They read it every day. They're just waiting to see whose name they should put on the dotted line. The speech goes like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered for one purpose this evening. Thousands have come to recognize the great accomplishment of a tremendous couple. Will you please now join me in congratulating a tremendous achievement as we bring on the stage, and they want to know whose name to put on the dotted line. What is this weekend all about? It's about filling in the blank. Filling in the blank. Filling in the blank. Whose name will go in the book? Who wants to be the next one in the Franklin? Who wants to be the name on the minds and on the tongues of the names of the diamond? When somebody said, who's the next diamond? They say, it's so-and-so. Will it be you? You can be a diamond. I'll never forget our first two meetings. I never thought about diamond. All I thought about was praying that some poor soul would be sucked into this thing so I wouldn't have to do it by myself. So I want you to know, I know you know. And I know what you know is it's not easy to believe every day that you can be a diamond. But that belief grows little by little, just piece by piece, until the diamond puzzle becomes a diamond picture. And as the puzzle becomes a picture, and you can visualize it, and you can feel it, you can taste it, you can smell it, you can believe it, then you come closer and closer and closer to the reality of diamond. You can be a diamond. Now, how can I say with such confidence that you can be a diamond? Because I believe that. I not only have staked my future, but I have staked my family's security on the fact that you or people just like you not only can, but will be diamonds in this business. When Terry and I would go to those smelly, stinky, hot, slimy little living rooms, and we would walk in and people would giggle, and when I would get to the big A word and I would say it, and they would say, this is Amway. And I would say, yeah, you got a problem with that? On the way home that night, it wasn't a diamond dream, it was survival. You got to survive before you can win. First is survive, second is win. And if you quit, you can't win. Quitters don't win. You got to hang in there before you can win. People whine and whimper. There are some folks, when I hear their voice on the inbox, I just go, D. Why? Because I can't take any more of that whining. I've had enough. We're looking for a few that'll march with us. We're looking for a few people that will walk hand in hand with the rest of the diamonds and say, bring on the doubters. Bring on the unbelievers. Bring on the people that tell us we can't, because we heard a message in Anaheim that said, you can be a diamond. Now let me tell you, there are folks on both sides of that diamond fence. There are plenty of people that will tell you they can't. There are plenty of people that can tell you you can. You need to decide who you're going to believe and who will you follow. You can be a diamond. I remember one night in the living room I was showing the plan, got all through, and this fellow stood up and said, it won't work! It's illegal, and you can't do it. I'll tell you one thing, driving home that night I didn't say to Terry, isn't this a fun business? Fun, but you can be a diamond. I remember nights driving home from meetings late at night, head flung out the window so the cold rain and the cold air would hit me in the face so I'd stay awake. 1 and 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm beating on the steering wheel and screaming to the top of my lungs, I know I can be a diamond. I know I can be a diamond. And everybody around me believed I could be a diamond but me. And then I'd just need to see Jim and Nancy, and they would say, you can be a diamond. You can be a diamond. And it's the diamond dream that works. Does that mean that direct is not important? No, direct is important. Does that mean that emerald is not important? No, emerald is important, and it's a wonderful goal. But when we stand on this stage and we talk about where it's at, let me tell you where it's at. It's at diamond. It's always been at diamond. It always will be a diamond. Are other goals important? Sure. Why don't we talk a lot about go double diamond, go triple diamond? Because once you make diamond, then you make your own decisions. You shift from counseling to trusted friends, and all we do then is encourage each other. Once you go diamond, you'll have the respect of anybody else. You go beyond that, you don't get more respect. You don't get more respect. We just love you for what you've done and for what you can do. We're proud of every one of you in the room. You can be a diamond. I remember one evening in the living room, one of the great nights of my life. I was drawing the circles, young couple just getting started, Orlando, Florida. Terry and I were not direct distributors. In the middle of the plan, the man stood up and screamed, "This, I know, this is illegal, this will work." His wife was crying now, and she said, "Sit down, honey, sit down." The young couple we were doing the meeting for said, "Sit down, mister, sit down." They had invited him. They didn't call him his name. "Sit down, mister." He stood up and screamed. He walked out of the room. 2 or 3 other people walked out of the room. The evening was over. Let me tell you something. That night when Terry and I got back in the car, we didn't turn to each other and say, "We're going to be diamonds, aren't we, honey?" That young couple quit. You know what I wanted to do that night? Let me tell you the truth. Here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to quit. What's your worst experience so far? Multiply that by 50. Would you quit? If you would quit then, you might as well quit now. Are you a winner? Are you a whiner? Are you a person that will stick in there when the going gets tough? Are you the kind of guy that says, "Bring on the people that don't believe because I believe"? Are you the kind of person that says to your group, "I'm going to the weekend, go with me. If you don't go, I'm going anyway"? Are you the guy that says, "Give me a chunk of tickets. If the group don't go, I'll get a new group"? Are you the one that says, "Up the RT count and I'll make the numbers fit the count"? Are you that kind of person? You will know by the way you feel about that if you're headed toward diamond. You can be a diamond. At the diamond level in this business, the rewards are incredible. Terry and I were sitting out on the lawn of our new beach home the other day. We bought a home recently right on the Gulf of Mexico. The waves lap in, and we were sitting out there, and she turned to me and said, "You know what? It's good being diamond, isn't it?" I said, "It's real good, honey." Do you remember the time in your life, maybe it happens now, when you weren't debt-free? How many of you can remember when you had bills? You can be a diamond. How would you like the idea or the dream of being completely debt-free? How would this little group over here, how would you like that? To be debt-free. How would you like to know you could go out next week and buy a new car? Those of you right over here, any car you wanted and pay for it cash. How would you like that? Up here in the peanut gallery, how would you guys like to know that all you'd have to do is but decide and you could buy your mother a brand new home? How would that feel? How would you people in the back like to know that at any time you decided you could completely retire, kick back, and not do another thing as long as you live, and live a lifestyle that others would envy? How would you like to know that? They like that. You can be diamonds right back there. There's your diamonds. Right back there. A couple of months ago, I had the great privilege of being with Aniko and many of her friends in Hungary. It was a tremendous occasion. Thomas will be here tomorrow, and you'll be hearing from these great leaders, new diamonds from Hungary. As we were in an arena much like this, but in Budapest, Hungary, not in Anaheim, California, I experienced a great thing. I saw people fill the arena, not once, but 4 times. 12,000 people at one rally. Next rally, 12,000 different people. Next rally, 12,000 different people. Next rally, 12,000 different people. 48 to 50,000 people. But you know what the message was that day? You can be a diamond. To those people, diamond means freedom. That's what Terry and I worked for, freedom. In Poland, in Katowice, Poland, we were in an arena much like this. Thousands of people like are here tonight. And I was standing here just giving it all I had, and right over here was the translator. And the translator was giving it all he had. And I would say something and he would say something. And I would say something and he would say something. And then I made the comment, you know, it took Terry and I 6 years to become Pearl Directs. And he said in English, "It took you 6 years?" He had made Pearl in 6 months. And I turned to him and said, when you make crown, we'll talk. He'll be a diamond, and you can be a diamond too. I wish you could meet all the Network 21 diamonds and see what Terry and I have seen. See the belief in their faces. But you know what you see today in diamonds? I'm going to give you, this is kind of true confession time now. What you see in these wonderful diamonds, they weren't always like this. That diamond posture that they have, that way they're so confident. Heron comes up on stage, just words just flow out of his mouth. It's incredible. John comes up, dances, sings. It wasn't always like that, was it, John? You weren't always that smooth. But every one of them has an incredible story to tell about the day that finally it hit them that they could be diamonds. A light will come on for you. I hope it happens this weekend. For some it will. For some of the rest of you, it'll be the next regional. For some others, it will be the diamond leaderships in January. For others, it will be family reunion. For others, it will be next year in this very spot. But someday, some way, you will think for the first time, you know what? I really can be a diamond. And when that happens, all kinds of incredible things begin to happen for you. Let me just mention a few of the things that will happen. Number one, you look and act differently in living rooms. Many of you now are showing the plan. Showing the plan is not enough. You have to be the plan. I know nights after nights I've stood in living rooms and drawn the plans just because that's what you're supposed to do. They say, get in the living rooms, draw the circles. And I have looked into people's eyes and it looked like the black hole of Calcutta. I mean, there was nothing to see in there. And then I have gone into living rooms and I have changed lives. You know what the difference is? You want to believe the difference is the prospects. One group of prospects was good, one group of prospects was bad. There's a little bit of truth to that. But if you want to know the real bottom line, the bottom line is this. Some nights you go into the living room believing you can be a diamond. And some nights you go into the living room thinking, I hope I make it home. When you believe you can be a diamond, your living rooms will change. People that used to say no will begin to say yes. They will say, tell me more about that. They will say, how long have you been involved? They will say, you're going to help me if I get into this? They will start saying those kinds of things instead of, are you sure this will work? See, they feel things from you. When you get the diamond dream and you get the diamond belief, then you begin to send off waves. And I don't understand all of this. It's not magic, but it's true. I have been around people who have gotten on the diamond burn and seen them start emitting these vibes, these things that come out, and they attract people and they attack people and they pull people into their web of belief. And when those people are part of their belief, then those people live on that belief and thrive on that belief. Living rooms will change for you. Your group will change. It's amazing the people in your group right now that are waiting for you to get a diamond dream. And when you get a diamond dream, they will believe more. 12%ers become 18%ers when you get a diamond dream. 21%ers become your frontline directs when you get a diamond dream. People that would have been content to stay at Executive Leaders Club become pearls when you get a diamond dream. You change everything around you. See, when you lift the level and lift the ante, and when you create a vacuum of belief, then people are sucked into the vacuum you left. If you are now living with a 15%er belief, you cap everybody else in your group to a 15% belief. If you're living with a direct belief, you cap everybody else in your group to a direct belief. And when you get a diamond belief, then it's only a matter of time. Other people are sucked up into a direct belief. Some people are sucked up into a pearl belief. And as you move on to diamond, people in your group begin to develop. Is it all in the way you think? Absolutely. Attitude is always everything. There's nothing else. Have you noticed tonight there haven't been any product demos? Has that occurred to you? That there were no dancing girls coming across the stage with SA8 and LOC. It just didn't happen. Why is that? That is because attitude is everything. If you get a diamond dream, you watch the SA8 move. People have said to me, well, if we had more training in this area or that area. Let me tell you what I found. Untrained people with a diamond dream go diamond. Trained people with a 15% dream stay broke. That's what I have found. Dreamers go diamond. Dreamers go diamond. Don't miss the message. You can be a diamond. It'll affect the people in the living rooms. It'll affect your group. It will affect your family. Unbelievable what happens in your family when you get a diamond dream. Your children react differently to things when daddy has a diamond dream, when mommy has a diamond dream. I overheard my 11-year-old Cale on the phone day before yesterday. He was talking to a friend of his, and he says, well, David, just come on over. Why can't you come? Your bicycle is still broke? David, how does it feel to be without transportation? Kids begin to think differently. Terry says, who does that sound like? That probably sounds like his daddy. Get a diamond dream. You want your children to believe they can be their very best? You want your children to reach out and accomplish? Get a diamond dream and watch them change. And you'll change your community when you get a diamond dream. You watch how people will call on you to get things done. The other day I was invited to speak, and it wasn't a group this big. I spoke for a group of, 250 people. Ages 4 to the oldest was 12. 4 to 12, that's right. It was the 35th anniversary of a little private school that I was one of the first students at 35 years ago. And they invited me back for the special anniversary celebration. And they asked me to speak for the children. You know what I spoke about? Attitude. I wanted to say to them, kids, you can be a diamond. But I was afraid they wouldn't understand it. I just spoke for a large grocery store convention. Don't ask me why they asked me to speak there, but they did. You know what I told them? I said, attitude is everything. You know what I wanted to tell them? You can be a diamond. But they were paying me a large honorarium, and I thought it would be crass to do that, so I didn't do it. But on the side, I did talk to a few. So you understand that, well, I couldn't help it. Do you understand the message of the weekend? That we are looking for you. We're looking for you. Today in the Diamond and Emerald and Direct meetings, you know what we talk mostly about? About you. About ways the diamonds could help you believe more that you can be a diamond. About the way that the emeralds can reach down in the group and find the one. And I suggested today to the emeralds and diamonds, as you build in depth, attach yourself to somebody. Find somebody down in the group who has got the stuff. Look for somebody who kind of looks like a diamond and attach yourself to them. And say to them sometime during the weekend, we have chosen you. We want you to be a diamond. I hope you've paid a big enough price to get your upline's attention. I hope you've driven enough miles so your upline knows who you are. So perhaps this weekend, if you can even see them, there's so many of you here, that somebody can walk up to you and say, we have chosen you. You are going to be a diamond. We're going to get in your heart. We're going to get into your head. We're going to get into your life. We're going to get into your model leg, and you are going to be a diamond. And that you will leave this weekend with a vision of diamond that will never leave you. Will there be hard roads ahead? Sure. Will there be no shows ahead? Of course. Will there be naysayers that tell you it won't work? Naturally, certainly. Will there be illnesses and sicknesses in your family? I hope not, but probably. Might there even be deaths in your family? Yes, of course. Things happen. But none of that changes the fact that you can be a diamond. And you're invited here to help you believe. The belief comes first, and then the pen. And as the belief grows, then the things that would destroy the belief, those things become small. See, I have seen people that were headed for diamond suffer great hardship. As a matter of fact, it's only right that I should warn you tonight that the quicker you believe that you can be a diamond, the sooner hardships will come to you. You know, hardships never face people who are happy to stay at 12% all their lives, because the law of averages has you right where it wants you. If you're not a person who's a dogged achiever, then the law of averages never works on you. But the minute you set a big goal, have you noticed it? Somebody in your group will get their nose out of joint. Somebody in your group will not like the way you treated them. Somebody will say no when they should have said yes. That meeting where you're going to have 50 people shows up with 3 people. Things go wrong for people who have a diamond dream. But that's why you have a diamond dream. Things go wrong for everybody. But it's only people who have an urgency that notice that things are going wrong and yet overcome those things. What did we come here to say? We came here to say, what, class? You can be a diamond. You can what? You can be a diamond. Everybody in this room can be a diamond. Now, how do you work through this? If you can be a diamond, and only if you will be, how am I so sure it's you? How am I so sure it's you? How can you be so sure it's you? Because everybody at these tables came out of a group just like you. They were surrounded by people who doubted. They were surrounded by people who feared. They didn't one day decide to be a diamond and went out and made diamond. They decided to be a diamond. They left a weekend and they went out and found one that believed. Just one. And one turned into 2. And 2 turned into 22. And 22 turned into 2,200 people. And they were diamonds in this business. It will happen for you. Don't lose your diamond dream. And then I'll look forward to the evening when I can sit up here with these other diamonds and we can salute you and wave the flags and stand on the chairs as your sponsor comes up to the stage and now says, it's a great honor for me to present to you a great achiever, a new diamond. And that night will be your night. You can be a diamond. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.